For more than 20 years, CTV has captured the moments that matter in our community. From our studios in St. Clair, you're watching Focus with Paul Dingeman.
So you had entertainment on both sides of the street.
We did.
Dave Shorkey, the harbor master, was in here one day talking to us in the city hall, and he said he came uptown he called it, from the harbor at 7 or 8 o'clock on a Friday night, and he said it was just, the town was jumping. He couldn't believe it was wonderful. And the people in the harbor thought it was great. It was just a great success.
Yeah, it was a great test case to see what could happen, and so that's why we're, like you said, we're starting early, and we're talking what could next year look like, and could we do Riverbank on the road again?
Okay.
And come up with a plan that maybe doesn't have to be thrown together in 3 weeks.
We got a little bit more time to prepare,
yeah,
but we're already,
nice.
like I told you before, we're not one and done. We didn't sign up for this to just do this 1 year, and really it's to build this out. I mean, if you look at like the power boat races, you know, in time, how that got to the point, you know, what that event looks like, same thing with this. This has tremendous potential, and we have a lot of people, especially this year, really with nothing else going on anywhere countywide. A lot of people came down and a lot of comments. It's a wonderful setting. You know, whether you're sitting in the mall over there, you know, in the courtyard, or you're sitting over there in the river. We have a lot to show it off. And you talk about the harbor. Now I know Tom and Kathy are avid boaters, and so am I. I mean, it's kind of nice when you go out on your boat and there's something to do when you get to a town, right? So, you know, you're going to just see increase in harbor traffic. A lot of these events will feed a lot of other activity here in St. Clair. I can assure you that. So
it will lure people to the harbor, because as boaters we look for that. If there's a specific town that we can go to that has something for us to do, we'll go there. That's our choice. So.
It's been comedy. You mixed it all up.
Yeah, we did.
You had a little bit of everything.
A little something for everyone, and it was interesting to see what the turnout would be.
Yeah.
We saw a lot of familiar faces. There were people who came to every single show, even if they already saw it. They came to see it again. So we saw a lot of repeat customers, but I call them customers. It was free entertainment, but still. But we also saw a different mix, and it was a good test for us to do, to say, what is going to attract a younger audience, what's going to attract a more mature audience, so that we can, you know, gauge our entertainment going forward to say, you know, if we want to attract a larger overall audience, then we probably have to vary and diversify our product offering. And
there was social distancing. I noticed in the park the people were all separated.
Naturally, they just did it too. We didn't have to. You know,
they did it themselves, or they wanted to sit. They picked their own seat.
I keep saying, people don't want to die. People are responsible, surprisingly enough. They take care of themselves.
Okay, so what do you think? Can you reveal some information on what's going to happen?
We're looking right now at doing next summer a Riverbank on the road type of package, and we're putting together right now how we can take what was started and make it a little bit bigger, you know, a little more organized, you know, so that we can do ticketed events where Riverbank is concerned, and still do some of the free entertainment as well, specifically in the plaza. And then long term, we just secured a $1 million challenge grant from the Moore Foundation to look at doing a permanent site, a permanent theater up here, which we've wanted to do.
Yes.
I think it would be great to be able to have Riverbank span 2 cities. We find that people like that. When they go to an area, they want to be able to see more than one town. They want to make a vacation out of it and stay for a full weekend or longer. So I think it would be great, and we're right now looking into a site, trying to secure a site. We've got some plans, preliminary plans. You know, my husband's been sketching. You know how the engineer in him has come out. He's already sketching up how we could do a facility that would be indoor seating, but also have the back doors open for some outdoor seating.
I like it. Yeah.
So that we could actually boost our numbers in the summer, which is natural. We get a better turnout, and then still have the year-round venue be, you know, closed inside to about 300 seats. So that's the plan, and I hope in the next month that we'll have more to tell you, because we're moving fast on it.
You had a plan last year, or maybe for the last couple of years, to do a summer festival.
Yes.
And these new plans would certainly blend themselves well with that.
It would kind of eclipse that, because now, I mean, the idea of being able to do a full year-round theater, it would be better for our organization, and I think it'd be better for the community as well.
Right.
So it's a win-win. to be able to.
This was one of our Blue Meets Green priorities.
Right.
You know, it's kind of the joke because I've been to Stratford twice, but I didn't watch it play.
That's right.
We're working on them.
But it was, you know, for the sheer numbers. I say that Stratford attracts 500,000 people a year come to Stratford to watch it. So whenever you do things like this, you got to go look at the best, and then you got to quantify and say, can we be 10% of that? Can we be 20% of that? You know, and we already know that the Vertins did 22,000 tickets previous. So to continue and increase, and they're again, they've been doing it 8 years. You
8
know,
years.
So this isn't like, you know, just
Right,
it's
they've
a
got the
proven
experience.
commodity. Let's help it. Let's grow. It's something, you know, different. It really sets you one apart from, you know, the rest of the area because, you know, when you look at your assets that you have here, you know, like the river and stuff. Well, I always say there's 900 miles of that in, you know, Michigan. But when you start getting high-end theater, the people that it attracts, you don't go to every town and they have those offerings. It's extremely hard to find. So it brings a whole nother different, you know, demographic of people to your community. So it's really exciting to see it in our town.
And honestly, we've outgrown the Snug, our little Snug theater, which I love, but a 100-seat theater, we have to do so many performances of a show, and it's costly because you have to pay a license for every performance.
Right.
So it would be nice to be able to have Riverbank become the smaller venue and have a larger venue up here in St. Clair and still do what we've always said we'd do, is have productions on stage at both venues.
Right.
Especially in the summer, we'd like to have them running simultaneously. You know, not right now, if something on stage at the Snug, we're in rehearsal at Riverbank and vice versa, but to be able to keep them both going year round, especially at Christmas. I mean, the holidays in summer, people want to go and see productions, so to have both venues humming would be fabulous for both cities.
Well, it's amazing how it all came down and how it all had put together in a short period of time.
Yeah, sometimes
And
out
it
of a
was
crisis comes
that's
opportunity.
Right. That's right, and it really benefited the community and all the communities and the whole area in general. So it's super.
And we really got to thank the sponsors for stepping up. I mean, really going to the street 3 weeks out and raising money to be able to do this. That's not the norm, right? In one part, we were fortunate because there was nothing happening, so a lot of the allocated funds for particular events were still there and available, and the sponsors were kind enough to take those monies and put it into this. But we're going to be out on the street early. Kathy and I have already talked about formulating a budget because with a lot of the corporations, you got to get to them this last quarter for next year. And we're already on that. We've already got on the mall side, the schedule of entertainment build out. So I think those 60 offerings will probably look more like 90 or 100 next year. I mean, when you really start diving in the sheer numbers and take what we've had, you know, and just build all the success and keep it going.
Good. Yeah. All righty. Well, we'll expect to see you guys come back with some schedules and some exciting news as we progress here. But we salute you. We thank you for what you're doing for the communities, both communities. And
can I tell you the little Halloween thing we have coming up?
Oh yes, I forgot about that one.
That's
Happy Halloween, I think it's called.
Every year we have been taking the students, because you know we've been 8 years watching these little kids grow up. Well, the more senior students and the students who've been through our programs and are, I would say, more accelerated in their learning of theater, we put a group of them together, about 20 students, and they do Youth for Youth. It gives them a chance to do every element of a production. They do the costuming, they do the set, they perform, they sing, they dance, everything. And they put a program together for little kids. So they're Youth for Youth. And Aaron's putting that together, Aaron Smith. He's the director of our education programs.
Right.
And his performances, he's going to do one performance in Marine City, and that will be on the 24th at the old City Hall, that historic City Hall. And then he's going to do the performance of Ha Ha Halloween up here as well on the 28th in the plaza. So all of the information's on our website, but it gives people a chance to bring their little ones out, and it's great entertainment. There it is, Ha Ha Halloween. It gives people an opportunity to bring the kids out to see their peers performing. And it's fun for kids to do that, you know, for them to perform for the kids and for youth to come and see it. So it'll give us an opportunity to put the kids on stage again.
Okay. All righty. Anything we missed? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
All good
We'll keep you posted. We'll let you know what
Oh,
Christmas.
thank
We're
you.
working on something for the holiday. We're meeting with the tent company tomorrow to talk about
I'm
where we
sure
could
you
put a
can't,
tent.
These wheels are spinning.
We can't stop. We have
No,
to keep, we're in the
no.
entertainment business. We have to keep entertaining.
That's right. Another opening, another show.
Exactly. Exactly.
We'll be back with our next guest, which is Jason Stier, in just a second. One of the great organizations in the Blue Water area is the St. Clair Art Association. And joining us now is the president of that esteemed organization, Mr. Jason Stier. Welcome, sir.
Hey,
Welcome
Paul.
back to the
Hey, glad to
Focus
be
set.
back. It's been a while.
Yeah, well, as we were talking before we went on the air, this is the first time you've been in the new studio.
It is, and it looks great.
Well, it was a long, hard struggle, but you
Right.
guys have been through that too, and it's nice to be in a permanent place.
That's
So,
right. Yeah, absolutely.
lots and lots of things going on with you and with the Art Association. You were just in front of the St. Clair City Council the other night.
Right.
Tell me what's happening.
Well, we're kind of waking up after a little bit of a hiatus. With the whole pandemic, everything had kind of
Yeah.
slowed down for a while.
Yeah.
So the Art Association in general is coming back to life. So you'll notice that our galleries in the Riverview Plaza are back open. We're planning for this year's art fair, hoping that things are back to normal.
That'd be next year's art.
Yeah, the 2021 art fair, which
Okay.
is actually our 50th art fair. So
Oh.
we're really excited and really hoping that
Gotta
things
have that
work
one.
out for us. Right. So in terms of public art, again, during these times, things have been so uncertain, and it's been hard to bring people together. So we've been really focused on our parks, our outdoor spaces, because that's really our opportunity to still come together as a community and do it safely. So we've been in conversations with Treese Hawkins from the city of St. Clair, and we've been kind of exploring some of those park sites and looking at the city's 5-year master plan and looking at how we can embellish that with the arts and creativity and make it even more of a draw, more inviting for people to, again, come together even during these times of social distancing.
But you've already done that to an extent. You've started that kind of stuff in the city of St. Clair already, haven't you?
Oh, absolutely. So we have, some things that people would be familiar with. The 2 passing ships fountain in the center of the plaza downtown. That was designed and created through the St. Clair Art Association Public Art.
Hang on, Sam's going to throw that picture up. It's
Great.
the second picture in the row there in bin 2. And he'll let it get up, and I can.
Sure. And,
There we go. That's
and that's also found in our logo there. And
So that's the ships, 2 ships passing.
2 ships
there.
passing, and a lot of people don't actually realize that that's what that fountain represents, but it's meant to be 2 bows of ships passing in opposite directions, one being weighted, the other one an empty ship.
Now that
So
part
you
I
see-
didn't know.
Yeah, so there's definitely a story there, and it's more than just a place for people to come and gather and cool off and relax in the
Okay,
summer
and the
months.
next picture is a picture, I think, of when it was dedicated.
Yep, there it is, and that's part of our public art committee, and the group keeps growing and evolving with new members, and it's a good cross section of people from our community, not all just artists, but people who have an interest in our community and making it a beautiful place.
Okay, and the next slide. These are the banners?
Yeah, so the banners, this was an annual project where we wanted to display the talents of local artists of all ages, ranging from 5 to 95. And we had different themes each year, and we would hand paint these street banners and hang them from the lamp post. These ones found a permanent home in the St. Clair Library, so next time you're in there, look up and you'll see the artwork from our community.
Yeah, in fact, the library's opening the 12th.
Excellent.
They're reopening up, so
it's great to see our community coming back.
This one I know. This is in the kids' room of the library.
Right. So
you did most of the painting on the back wall.
Hours and hours and days and weeks of painting. Sandy Atterbury and I, Don Engel was the stained glass artist who created the stained glass pieces in the window. And we really just wanted to create, again, an inviting space for people to come together, use their imagination, and see the talents of our community. So.
Okay, next. Oh, this was fun.
Block project, yep, we challenged our neighbors to come together by taking a plain 4-foot by 4-foot wooden cube and turning it into a work of art. So you see that's Dave Fry there, the creator of the fountain, block that another member of the association created. And those blocks were displayed throughout town, and again, just to display the talents and bring people together.
You had
in
a lot
unique way.
of blocks.
Yeah, I think we had close to 50 blocks displayed.
This one here is really unique. This is the St. Clair Skate Park.
Yeah.
And you made the entrance to it. The Art Association did,
Right.
mainly you. But since COVID, that park is swamped.
I know, and my own kids are on their scooters and skateboards over there, and I've actually, tried to pick up the skateboard again a little bit lately too. So,
well, tell me about that. Let's go back to that one a minute, Sam.
that was, it was student driven. It was students from Riverview East High School and St. Clair and Marine City as well, coming together to create a space for our youth and our community. This is something I've wanted since I was their age. And they took ownership in this project. They did the fundraising, they did the design, the artwork, and now it's a place where they feel like they're one with their community.
And the entrance is lots of pieces of metal.
Yep.
Well, tell me about it.
So it's created out of all the parts and pieces of the things with wheels that you see the kids riding on over there. So we have bike frames, handlebars, wheels that spin, some skateboards, bike forks. So again, we wanted to represent what the park was all about, but do it, create a portal and a welcoming, element to invite people to the park.
Okay, what's next here? Oh, there's our famous fish.
Yeah, that's Wally. That's Wally, our 2-ton walleye that was lifted in place with a crane. Each tile on that fish was handmade by someone in our community. So it's church groups, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, art classes, individuals that would come in and contribute to this piece. Again, finding a way to unite people through the arts. And I love it. You can spend hours just looking at each individual piece because each individual piece has a story.
Okay, so that's all the stuff that we've seen. That's in
most
place.
of the stuff.
Most of the stuff.
Right.
That you and the Art Association have developed over the years.
Yeah.
What's coming up?
What's coming up? So I mentioned the parks. We're exploring all kinds of ideas. We're looking at perhaps creating some intimate outdoor stages that are hidden within the woods so that people can come together and play music or act or perform or meet. So we're looking at that idea. We'd certainly like to connect the skate park with the Gregg Park trails. So we're looking at bridges, coming up with some creative bridges, archways, entranceways, signage for the park. We'd love to create a sculpture trail, so that people can travel that wonderful hiking trail that's there at Gregg Park and discover art as they travel. So we're looking at that. So to get people, again, coming together around the arts, through the arts, we wanted to do something more immediate because those things take time, they take planning. So we have something planned for next week for October 12th and 13th on Tuesday and Wednesday from 1 to 4. In talking with Treese Hawkins, we identified the stretch of the Bridge to Bay Trail that travels right through the parking lot at Gregg Park. So right now it's just a series of white painted lines.
Okay.
So what we'd like to do is transform that into a mural that speaks to the idea of unity.
Okay.
So in working with another group in our community, it's the Diversity Initiative of St. Clair County, we have a hashtag. It's hashtag SCC Better Together. So it's, again, this group is based around this concept of how can we appreciate everyone's unique perspective on life, everyone's unique experiences, bring our talents together, and create a better community for all. So the mural is going to incorporate that hashtag. We've designed it in a way where we're going to space each letter 6 feet apart. So we're going to respect social distancing guidelines. Okay. And any artists that come out those days that would like to take part, we'll assign them a letter and a block to create their letter in, encourage their creative interpretation of that letter, bold, bright, and together it'll create that large image of Better Together.
How big is the letter?
Each letter will be approximately 6 feet by 6 feet or so. Okay. So there's a couple 100-foot spans of bike trail there that we're going to transform and turn into a message of unity.
Wonderful. And you said this, you're working with other partners. Is other cities doing this or other communities?
So we're starting here. I know Mayor Cedar approached me at the council meeting and said, there are other crosswalks. So we're exploring other ideas and doing some creative crosswalks. You've seen them around the country and around the world. Right now, we're inviting anyone from any community to come out and get involved to help out with this project. Because again, it's about bringing everyone together.
Okay. And what's the hashtag and how do they reach you?
The hashtag is hashtag SCC, that's St. Clair County, Better Together. and that's part of the diversity initiative of St. Clair County. That's a group of clergy, educators, community leaders, government officials, just a great representation from the Blue Water area that are trying to create opportunities for people to, again, come together, share their talents, share their experiences, and do great things. You can contact me if you'd like to get involved in the Art Association, the Diversity Initiative, and you can best reach me at jstier@ecsd.us.
Mr. Jason Stier is his name. He's the guy that gets things done in St. Clair County in reference to art. We thank God you're here.
Thanks, Paul.
Nice to see you.
Pleasure to see you.
Back with our next guest in just a second. Well, the show today has been pretty much all St. Clair, wonderful things that are happening in St. Clair. Coming up next week, we've got a group from Marine City to come up and talk to us. But our final segment today is Brian Ulatowski.
Correct.
I pronounced it right,
Yes,
too.
you did. You did a great job.
What an Irishman.
Completely.
And you are the president of the St. Clair Chamber of Commerce. And
correct.
we are so happy to have you finally come in and sit down and talk to us.
I've been trying.
Yeah, you've been trying. We heard from Kathy Vertin and Jeff Bohm about all the things that went on this summer in the plaza and across the street in the park. We heard from Jason Stier about all the things that's happening for the St. Clair Art Association.
Yep.
What's happening with the chamber? You've been busy for years, but what's up?
We've been so busy for the month of October. What we've done now is it used to be Halloween weekends.
Right,
it was just one weekend. Well, now it's St. Clair Halloween nights because it is for the full month, 31 days. We have something going on with other businesses in town just to try to keep the ball rolling into the next season.
So you're just not concentrated on the downtown area, you're covering the whole town.
We're covering the whole town.
Okay.
We've got our first thing that starts off is on the 15th and 16th. It's a trick-or-treat lantern walk over at Grant Park. Something we've never done before, and there's over 75 lanterns that'll light the trail. So we're hoping that the kids enjoy it. Nothing scary, just enough to be a little creepy, but nothing's going to jump out at you.
With or without costume?
Either way.
Either way?
Either way, the more people that get participate in it with costumes, I think that is great for the kids.
And that, give me the dates again?
That is October 15th and 16th, starting at 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock.
Now, they should go to our Facebook page, St. Clair Halloween Nights, to check if there's still openings. We already had over 600 people sign up for it. We opened up 200 more slots. So have them go check and see if they can get involved in it this year.
So the slots are per day and per hour and all that kind of good stuff?
We're trying to keep it to 100 people per hour. So that way we can get them socially distanced apart so they can go every so often.
Well, that's really a cute idea.
Yeah,
cute
it should be interesting this year.
And how many lanterns, can you tell me?
Well, I think actually about 84.
Oh my God.
84 from the whole way through all the way to the end. So I think it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, that's a great idea. It really is a great idea. All right, so that's the 14th to the 15th.
Then we have on the 23rd, we have a movie in the plaza. The original Halloween, the John Carpenter's Halloween. So we're going to have that starting at 9 o'clock for the older crowd on there. And then on the 29th, we have the parade that starts at 7 o'clock on 6th and Vine. And that goes to Vine to the Main Street and then ends up in the plaza. And then we have another movie, which is Monster House. And that'll be for all ages.
Okay, the parade, again, is it a costume or no costume?
Costume parade we're hoping for.
Costume parade.
Yes. We're trying to see, we've got the police escort in there. We're just trying to line up a few more things. The Headless Horseman's going to come back to start us off. So a lot of exciting things, with that.
And give me the directions again. You form the parade at 6th
and Vine.
And Vine.
And then it's going to walk all the way down to M29 in front of the plaza, through the hallway, and you end up in the plaza where we're going to give away donuts, some cider.
Oh, good.
And then just watch the movie that night.
Oh, wonderful.
So should be good. We were also lucky enough to have about 4 restaurants get in to sponsor. On every Wednesday, it's Menina's for Wicked Wine Down Wednesday. They have a special going on. On every Friday, it's Warwater. It's frickin' Fridays.
You be careful
I don't slip there.
You be careful.
And then you've got on Saturdays, it's at Black and Blue.
Okay.
They're doing a special. And Sundays are Sunday Bloody Sundays over at Drifters. So we've got a lot of restaurants to participate. We also have the Craft Loft participating, and they're off of Fred Moore Highway on every Saturday from 10 to 12. They do a little thing for kids. I think last week they did a Frankenstein picture. So they just come in, draw it. I think it's anywhere from $3 to $5 to do an event there.
Okay.
So just
Is there
a lot
an age limit on that?
No age limit.
Okay.
But if they don't feel comfortable, they can order it, curbside delivery, so you can take it home and do it there.
Okay.
On there. So those are most of the events that are going on.
I'm glad we found out about these. These are great.
Yeah, and the one that we already did, which was the window painting, we brought that back last year. So if you haven't had a chance to see it, go down to the plaza. There's probably a couple hundred pictures down there.
Oh my God.
So it's actually really nice to see the kids, and everyone remembers that from when they were young here.
Yeah.
And it went away for the longest time.
St. Clair Women's League did it for years and years and years.
And so we're trying to bring it back. Last year was the first year. And with this year, with the COVID going on, and also we had terrible weather.
Yeah.
But we still had, a couple hundred kids out there.
Yep.
So it all went really well.
Okay. Well, busy October.
Busy October.
How does the rest of the fall and the Christmas season look?
We're looking to do something in December, something new called the Christmas Market.
Okay.
And we're just planning that. That's going to be held down in the plaza.
Okay.
Where we're going to have the different restaurants. Maybe one will do a pretzel, more of a Bavarian style. Maybe someone does a crepe, someone does sausages.
Oh,
and then
okay.
the little vendors down there for a weekend just to
Yeah.
see what they can do. And we're going to come back in January with ice carvings again.
Oh, that's good.
We did that last year, and I think we had 17 businesses. I think we're going to get a lot more on there. And that's something good for the family to come and watch.
I was down by Drifters yesterday,
Yep.
and I saw a ladder leaning against the wall, and it looks like they're getting the Christmas decorations, the lights started.
They're already been started. Almost everyone in the plaza is putting the lights back up like they did last year.
That was spectacular.
It was amazing. We will have those lit before the Santa Parade.
Okay.
Those will be on so you can see that as they go by. Then there's a big tree down in the plaza that we will light up at the same time that they light up the one across the street.
Okay.
So if people are just in the plaza.
Okay.
So those are the next few months that we have things going on.
Good for you.
So we'll give you more information.
We want it.
As we get it.
We want it.
And especially about that Christmas market. We've never done it before. Trying to do something different there with the tent in the middle of the plaza. Santa's going to be there that day in his own little tent.
Ho, ho, ho.
Oh, very good. You want a job. And that's all the stuff that the Chamber has going on right now.
Good. Brian, thank you for coming in.
I appreciate it.
The
Thank
first
you so
one,
much.
let's go through it. The first one is the 15th, 14th and 15th?
15th and 16th.
15th and 16th. And that is?
That is the Trick or Treat Lantern Walk over at Greg Park.
Greg Park.
Then on the 20th.
And you got to go to the Facebook page and
yes, please.
register.
Register for that. Then on the 23rd at 9 o'clock, we have Halloween, the original, being played. Then on I want to make sure I get this right, on the 29th, that's when we do the costume parade.
Yep.
At 6th and Vine, and then we end up in the plaza, watch another movie, Monster House.
Okay.
On
Very
there.
good.
And I did forget about one, sorry. We also have the Halloween Party for Tots. That's
okay.
down in the plaza. They've been, the rec center has been doing this forever.
Yep.
And that's on the 28th, and that goes from 12:30 to 2 o'clock, where you can come on down, and all the businesses down there will be handing out candy.
And those are the little kids.
Those are the little kids.
Yeah, that's a
so
good
there's
one.
no confusion there.
Right. And these brochures you can probably pick up all over town.
You can pick them up at Neiman's, at any of the restaurants, at the Craft Loft. They're pretty much everywhere. If you don't see them, there'll be more put out next week.
Okay, very good.
Fantastic.
Brian, thank you. That's about it for this edition of the Focus program. There we go. Thanks very much for tuning in. Pick up one of these brochures. And as we said at the top of the show, we had a lot of information about St. Clair this week. Next week, we're going to have a lot of information about Marine City. So lots of things happening all over the area for you. So you get involved, come on out and enjoy our area. Till next time, Paul Dingeman. See you soon.
Thanks for watching Focus with Paul Dingeman. Focus is produced at the CTV Community Television Studios in St. Clair. For over 20 years, CTV has captured the moments that matter to our community.